the fuck up. Get the fuck up. Simon Says, get the fuck up. Now put your hands in the sky. I want to see everybody, 2 hands like this. 2. Don't worry, it's not a hold up. Everybody like this. Even the security. Just make it clap. Just make it clap. Just make it clap. Just make it clap.
We're here on the original Source Up to Date. I'm sitting here with my man EKLIPS.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Yeah, and the first question, what's your formula to imitate all those MCs that you imitate? It's not your first language. English is not your first language, so is it hard for you?
Of course, I think all the lyrics I say in English, I think I understand maybe 20%. But first of all, I'm really passionate about hip-hop. It's my first love for sure. It's my music. I love hip-hop since I was baby, maybe 23 years ago. And when I try to imitate someone, I just try to listen a lot of time. So it's a question of feeling. So when I love a sound, I try to do it with my mouth. Since I was in school, it's natural. So I just listen and try to have a good ear, and I try to do with my mouth. That's it.
But as for the let's say Busta Rhymes, it's hard to imitate him, even if your first language is English. So how the hell do you manage to do that?
I don't know. I just try to do it, try to listen a lot, and really like the artist. It's like a big shout out to all these artists I try to imitate and people like that. So honestly, it's a lot of work.
Flake mode is in the building.
Yeah, I can ask you to answer as a method man to answer for questions as a method man. You'll probably do that, right?
So now I want to give you an example with Eminem, Slim Shady. Yeah, say ho. Oh. Remix big with bomb and I make me speak and I mean big viewers. I'm speaking around the beat of me 60s come and a big viewers. Marshall Matters big was bombing and I bring this comment of beer and barbers brownies. I speak with the harm and the money. With the beat was at the map. He must be when I keep the house. Keep the bass and skip the bass. Big team and I mean and beat the rats.
I've asked the Fate SFX yesterday the same question, right? Is it important for a beatboxer to be a good singer nowadays?
First, big shout out to Fate SFX, my friend, London, United Kingdom. And I'm not sure, because beatboxing, if you really just want to do beatboxing, just the techniques, you don't need your voice. You just need your breath and your mouth.
Of course, but it's like 2012, and you have to all do the crazy stuff to,
But
you know.
Of course, if you can singing, if you can control really your voice, of course you will be better sounds for sure. But you don't need to have a good voice to do beatboxing. That's it.
But you have to be in key with the song to do all the bass and not do the false notes, right?
Of course, I told you, I think the first thing is to have a good ear, to really listen to the music really good. It can translate with the mouth. So it's really difficult to explain, because I learned that by myself. So it's really difficult to explain.
And what's your favorite interpretation of an MC?
Wow, it's really difficult, but if I need to say just one artist, of course it's Busta Rhymes. Because for me, Busta Rhymes is one of the best MC on stage. So it gives me a lot of inspiration. So I think it's him, but I like Metal Man, I like Eminem, I like a lot of artists and French artists too. But for me, on stage, because I love stage before the studio, I love be on stage and have fun with the crowd, make an interaction. So for me, it's Busta Rhymes.
As for the studio work, your studio work, you write your own songs in French. You write them yourself, right?
In French,
Yeah.
I write my lyrics, but in English, I am not enough good in English to write good lyrics. So I go to the studio and I just record like a vibe, like just and after a friend of mine who speak really good English write lyrics, and after I learn the lyrics, and after it's raining and whining has a hand in the beginning like I'm swing like a fly, you know. So that's how I do.
That's
I progress in English, but it's really difficult to write lyrics, rhymes. So I prefer do a vibe in studio and friend and people, professional people who can really write English lyrics. Try to put lyrics on my vibe. You understand?
Yeah, I can dig it. Tell me one more thing. You've been beatboxing for about 20 years, as I recall.
Now I think a little bit more, but yeah, it's that.
What was your first influences? Bismarcky, Doggy Fresh, or what?
Honestly, a lot of journalists ask me this question, but in the beginning, I never seen someone do beatboxing, so it's really natural.
Come on.
No,
For real?
no, I promise you. So of course, a few years later, I discovered Bismarcky, Fatboy Slim, and Razel.
And did those guys hurt you live on stage?
Yeah. I met them. They saw me on stage, and they really appreciate it. I really respect them, so I'm really. It's really good to hear from them. They say, "Yeah, continue. It's really good." So it just gives me more motivation to do a great show on stage.
Any of the MCs that you imitate ever saw you live?
In US, honestly, the only guy I met it was Busta Rhymes. It was in a radio station in Paris. He did interview for his album Big Bang. It was for the Big Bang album, and the DJ of the radio station invited me at the same time. So when Busta Rhymes finished his interview, I did a freestyle. And honestly, he says,
For real Eclipse is crazy.
and I did a little bit breakneck big boxing, and he's rapping a little bit. It was really fun. So it's really good when people like that can be wow. Said, yeah, you are crazy. That's why I call my show the Crazy Show, because it's crazy. You know me? That's it.
Do you know your classic hip hop? Do you know your hip hop classic? Everybody bounce. Bounce, 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 bounce. Come on. Bounce, 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 bounce. Yeah. Where we going now? Where we going now? Where we going now? Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Just give it away, nigga. Yeah, let me go now. To the most critical do come here now. Don't so many niggas on me. Look like it with it, but you shouldn't get it with it, but you talk it, but you with it. Pull up!
Original source. It's Eclipse. EKLIPS, man.
From Paris, France. Big shout out to Poland. Up to that festival.
Guru, rest in peace. EKLIPS.
Thanks, man. Thank you so much. Thanks.
Attends, tu sens trop beat, box depuis la naissance. Je suis un poste ambulant, vite, appelle l'ambulance. Je suis un e-pod, les potes m'appellent MP3. Rappelle-toi, je transpire le hip-hop. Représente le 5e élément. Ceux qui me demandent pourquoi pas d'expo, c'est ça qui le manque. Je suis pas platinium, ni une bombe latine, mais je t'aplatis, MCI, je suis l'homme platine.